Τεχνώνει πολύ.
Πώς τις ώρες είναι. Μόνο όταν το επιχείρημα το επιτελεί χώρο.
Tamam şu an 60 sabit alıyor. Bak 90 bile veriyor.
The Spartans may draw near to our walls, but we must come together now for the glory of Athens. Glory for you!
Friends, please! Just because the Spartans are near our walls does not mean we can act like them. A good crop. Shame the Spartans burned the fields where it grew. The Parthenon is glorious, Pericles, but at what cost? How many triremes could we have built instead?
We must not become divided.
We are divided, and the Spartans are winning. Act, Pericles, or I will.
Oh, good. You came. Things are worse than I feared. Cleon has turned the mob. We have to hurry.
Where?
To Pericles. Stay back. She's no threat to Pericles. I assure you.
Ah, Herodotus. It's fine. Let them through.
It's good to see you again, Pericles.
And you as well. I only wish it were under better circumstances. And who's this?
Cassandra.
Welcome, Cassandra. And what did you think of your first taste of Athens?
I think you did a great job.
It's so easy to forget the good someone has done when times become hard.
Pericles, we've come to...
We must choose our moment wisely and speak our words more privately.
Fine. We've come to you on urgent business.
As does everybody.
I may have told Cassandra you'd invite her to your symposium.
You'd ask me to exclude every Athenian and invite an outsider instead. You heard the crowd. They don't need another reason to hate me.
If she's working for you, maybe the prying eyes will see her as a servant.
I'm no one's servant.
Cassandra, this is Athens. If you want something, sometimes you have to play a role.
And what exactly is it that you want?
I'm looking for a woman
Birini
who's
arıyoruz.
very important to me. Herodotus said a symposium could be useful for gaining information.
He would be correct. I can get you in, although I can't promise the information you seek will be found.
Just tell me what to do.
First, check on my colleague, Mediochos. He was meant to meet me today, and it's not like him to miss an appointment.
Done.
My friend, Phidias, needs to be taken out of Athens as soon as possible.
Anything else?
Yes. There's an ostracism vote taking place that could use your influence.
Metiochos. You said he was your colleague?
Ne iş
A
yapıyor?
politician and ally. He's one of my most loyal friends.
Phidias? The famous sculptor? What did he do exactly?
He stands accused of multiple offenses and is awaiting trial. You'll find him under close guard at his workshop.
Ostracism.
Exile is a term you may be more familiar with. Here in Athens, we vote between two people to decide who should leave.
It's between the sophist Anaxagoras and another man on trial for impiety. My contact near the Agora will give you the details.
I'll do it.
I'll expect you to use discretion.
Sıkıntı yok bizde.
That went well. It isn't exactly an invitation, but the promise of one is just as good. Although I'm sure he'll still ask Aspasia if it's okay.
So long as it comes.
Geri niye gidiyor bu?
Please, someone! By the gods, why did it have to be snakes?
Help me! If you leave, these snakes will kill me! Get me out of here! Hurry! Kill the snakes before it's too late!
Why are there so many snakes?
Blessed be the god that sent you here.
Yılanları
I could be
yerdekileri hiç
eaten
fark
alive if it
edemedim
weren't
ha.
for you.
I don't
tanesini
think
görmüştüm.
they'd eat you.
But they would have certainly killed me. So thank you.
Bana borçsuz.
My life-saving services aren't free.
Of course.
Pericles sent me.
Para
He was
istemedim ben.
worried about you. You often get tied up and surrounded by snakes.
How can you joke about this? Thugs broke into my home, dragged me here, tied me up and surrounded me with these hideous creatures.
Orijinde hiç fark
They must be
edilmiyordu.
stopped.
The snakes?
The thugs!
Why would anyone do this?
Politicians are easy targets in these troubled times. When they tied me up, they said I was a snake. That I should die by my own kind.
Did you recognize the people who did this?
Pericles asked me to go down to the fishing district and talk with the poor and sick.
Aleykümselam,
To
hoş
give them
geldin.
hope. That's how I recognized their voices.
Oh, yes.
They threw rotten food and yelled insults at me. These thugs disguised their faces, but their voices and the stench of fish were unmistakable.
Where should I look?
I couldn't see their faces, but I recognized their voices from one of the districts I visited. They're regulars at Cleon's rallies. They live in the flooded part of the city, near the wall.
Göstereceğim.
I'll track them down, Metiojos. Don't worry.
Tensions are high right now. At this rate, we'll tear each other apart within the city before the Spartans can breach the walls.
Bunları öldürüyorduk. 6 oluyor ya. 6'da 6 oluyorsun, gidiyorsun mızrağı yükseltiyorsun. Sonra 9 istiyordu sanırım. 9'a 6 mı ne oluyor? Sonra gidip o 9'u tamamlıyorsun o şekilde.
Από τις θαλάσσιες πόλεμος απαξί τα εμπορεύματα εκπλήρωση.
Aynen her kademe için
Things I doubt Pericles is proud to talk about. There has to be a clue around here somewhere.
Πού και μη θυμώ το τέλος όψεστε!
Snakes. Like the ones that were meant to kill Metiochos. It looks like the thugs who attacked Metiochos weren't the masterminds behind this plot.
Ceset.
Snake bites. And someone hid the body. Though I have a feeling this death was an accident. This must be the house of Metiochos' attackers. But the letter proves they're just tools in someone else's plan. Whose?
What the fuck are you doing sniffing around my house?
You attacked Metiochos. I found the snakes, the letter from your friend, and a body. All here.
Boraktis. We all knew the risks. Change don't happen without a bit of blood being
Parfüm
spilled.
evet, evet.
Why kill Metiochos with snakes?
We're prisoners in our own city. Because of Pericles and his crooked friends. The snake dealer told us it's time to send a message. Time they suffered.
You can't take the law into your own hands. Now I need to decide what to do with you.
Cleon says it's time we took the city back from the elite. Time to fight. Don't matter what you do to us. There will be others who follow our lead.
I know someone gave you those snakes. They used you to do their dirty work. I want to know who.
He's the real hero of Athens. No puppet of Pericles is going to stop him.
Elimiz.
Don't be someone's puppet. Tell me where the snake dealer is.
All right. He's got a camp just outside the walls. Sells his snakes from there.
It's not too late to make a difference, but we have to work together.
Maybe you're right. You didn't have to show us mercy. But where do we start?
Start here.
Ama
This
iyi
district
davrandılar.
is your home. Ignore the politicians and concentrate on where you can make change.
Thank you. We will try.
I need to rid Athens of this snake seller.
Thank you for helping us see the truth.
Ha, burayı hatırladım. Burada yerde yılan da vardı.
Find somewhere to hide! You'll feel the sting of my venom.
I'll end you, Miss Leech. You can't stop me.
His death will keep friends safe.
İlk vurdum 15 milyon mu vurdu? 1,5 milyon mu vurdu?
I need to stay hidden.
Bak nelere yılan koymuş.
του ευξήνου πόνου.
Ο θαλάσσιος πόλεμος απαξεί τα εμπορεύματα εκ του ευξήνου πόνου.
Looks like your situation's improved since we last met.
The danger has passed for now. But while those monsters are out there, no one is safe.
A group of fishermen tied you up. They were being used by a snake dealer working for enemies of Athens.
What did you do with them?
I showed them the error of their ways and sent them on their way. They won't be bothering you again.
I'm glad no blood was shed. But how do you know they won't return?
I made it very clear that doing anything stupid would make me angry.
Well, that must have been a terrifying experience for them. Thank you for your help, Mystios. I'll be sure to mention this to Pericles.
Sarı nokta bug'a girdi herhalde.
Ούτε οι Δανείοι άπαντες. Κύριε, εσχρέης, ιονί ενήν και αΐ. Τι ξένε, τι ήστα όταν η μύθη ορτανήρης.
Giddy up.
Η απίτρουσα αναμένουσα τον νέο.
You are going to kill someone!
Είστε αφιόρτησης. Οχλής.
Stop. I can't let you go any further.
Neden
It isn't
buradasın?
often you see a guard outside of an artist's workshop.
I just do what I'm told, stranger. And until I'm told otherwise, no one is going in or out.
Stand aside. This is important.
So is keeping people out. Maybe you can see Phidias after his trial, if the people spare his life.
Kandırayım mı?
It's been so long since Phidias and I have seen each other. You understand, don't you?
Oh, come to pay him a last visit before the trial. He's as good as dead, you know. Better make this one count.
Just don't tell anyone I was here.
Sure, sure.
Ee? Ben mi göremedim onu? Var. Biz ileri boşuna gitmişiz.
Sorry about that.
How did you get past the guard? No one gets past the guard.
Relax. Pericles sent me.
Praise Athena. I knew he'd send help. I was worried they sent someone after me.
He sent me to get you out of Athens.
So he knows about the plot.
You mean the trial? From what I've seen, you don't stand a chance.
Pah, the people love me. I am the Phidias. But there are others. Look.
Malaka. It isn't the trial Pericles is saving you from. These are instructions to murder you. Who wrote this?
I don't know who to trust. I'm just an artist. I just wanted to create. Please, what am I to do?
First, you need to pull yourself together. You're on trial, the people are against you, and now I find that the cult want to kill you. I said
Yok
pull
yok, sakin ol.
yourself together.
Biz kurtarırız seni.
Yes, of course.
Cleon said you're wasting the people's drachmi. If he had his way, he'd serve them your head.
Cleon mentioned me? That's going to hurt Pericles. First impiety, now theft. After all we've done for this city.
You and Pericles seem close.
For Pericles and me, it started with our love of Athens. Our differences push us to greatness. That is true friendship.
All right, we need to go. Do you have any idea where I can take you?
South of Athens, there's an island called Seriphos. My friend Theras lives there. When I discovered the plot against me, I sent word to him. If anyone can help us, he can.
Any clues he has of the cultists' identities, I want them.
Yes, anything. A guard.
I'll distract them while you sneak out. Meet me tonight to set sail for Seriphos. Don't show your face until you see me at the docks.
I understand.
You didn't really think I'd let you come and go as you please, did you? Now, where are you?
Gel buradayım. Nasıl ya? Abi benim canım fulldü ama. Bu nereye gitti? Kendisi de kayboldu.
Ενοχλείς με τα μάτια.
Α,
If I meditate, maybe Phidias will be here when I'm done.
Neyle yapıyorduk onu? Ha, neyle?
Good. You made it. I was beginning to worry.
I told you I'd get you out of Athens.
So you did.
Can your friend be
Gece
trusted?
sokak lambası gibiyiz bak.
Theras and I have been friends for a long time. I just sent word telling him where to meet us.
Wasting time will only get us into trouble. Let's head to Seriphos while we still can.
Bilmem.
Get ready to set sail!
Where to now, Commander?
Nereye gidiyoruz? Seriphos.
Salvage nearby! I never thought to leave Athens for good.
I've left places I've gone. Herodotus, what's that island ahead of us?
That, my friend, is the famous island of Salamis.
The place where Athens defeated the Persians.
It's in this bay that the great Athenian strategos Themistocles.
Maximum speed!
Oha canımın yarısını aldı.
Ready your bow! More oars! Let's move it!
Pull away again after the rowers catch their breaths!
Run! I need archers! Increase speed!
They are heading straight for us!
Archers! Get ready!
We need to fire again!
O bu taraf da geldi.
Trying to do that. I simply don't find myself traveling the seas.
It can be free.
Yes, freeing seems to be an accurate word. Although I've begun to feel a bit sick.
Lean over the side if you need to. Otherwise you're keeping.
Hala geliyor.
Danger!
your stomach turning as much as mine is?
We'll get used to it. We'll reach Serifus before long.
Raise the sail! Ramming speed! Let's dock!
It's good to see you alive and well, Phidias.
And you, Theras. As you can see, I didn't get here alone.
Ah, yes. The kind and thoughtful hero you mentioned in your letter.
I'm glad I could get him out alive.
And for that heroism, I found some information on a man named Brisson who's plotting Phidias'
bilgi aldık,
early
ver.
demise. Hopefully you can make something of this clue.
I can.
Please give Pericles my thanks and my farewell. And be careful. I still believe many in Athens are in danger.
Bunları geçen gün açmadık mı biz?
Cosmos demands to know the secrets hiding in the hearts of men. So I simply cut them open.
Who needs democracy when Thrakmi rules the world?
What's one life worth without 1,000 others behind it?
Slaves understand you better when you carve your rules into the backs of their heads.
I swear on my life and the lives I will take from others, I will not fail the cosmos again.
The cult is nothing without me. Even the gods cower in my wake. Kneel or die. Chaos is our greatest strength.
The fight is only over when I am the last man left standing.
I spent 20 years at sea, only to realize the cult was my home.
Kaç tane var bildik? Ha, burada var. İyi, aynı yönde. Geçerken onu harcayalım. Niye? İleride eklerler, belki sıkıntı çıkartıyordu şu anda.
Ready? Let's move! We've reached full speed!
Ya. Geçerken bir uğrayalım şimdi.
Sorry.
Ne var buralarda? Ya suya atlama işte. Bak bu hareketi. Yan duvara atlamaya gidip suya atlıyor ya.
Εκλιπαρούμε του ελαίου σου δια την του ηχθείως προσφορά
Amin.
και του χειριδίου ημί.
Go!
Όποτε διαδίν δύναμε κινείται, έφυγε.
I should try to stay out of sight.
Öyle ama.
There's someone here.
43 milyon mu yedi? Kaç yedi o? Sana dokunmadan öldüreceğim. Aa, ölmedi.
You shouldn't have crossed me.
Let's see the Athenians win now.
Diğeri nerede? Gemimiz nerede? Devam.
Speed up! Here we go! Lower the sail! Get the oars out!
We should pick up that sound!
Bunları da satınca bayağı para yapıyor ha. Üzerindekiler bayağı birikmiş.
Throw in speed! More speed!
We'll be waiting for you, Commander.
Gece güzel gözüküyormuş.
Are you lost, mis tíos?
Let's stay out of sight.
I see
No!
You're going straight to us. Why won't you just...
Az daha ölüyorduk ha. Aa çok pis vuruyorlar ya.
Dawn has come.
Yok eşdeğer ya. Ayarlayabiliyorsun o düşük level olmasını da. Eşit olsun. Hatta daha zor olsun.
You must be the one Pericles sent.
I am. He said there was an ostracism vote, but didn't tell me what I'm here to do.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
If someone is exiled, can they return?
If they do, they'll be punished.
What does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the vote. Some have been ostracized for simply being more disliked than the person they're up against.
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted.
Oyları
Take
çalalım.
Strike in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Pericles does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here. Goods from all over the Greek world.
Burayı hatırlıyorum.
You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans.
O havadakini kim çalıyordu?
Not today.
Die! Victory! The god!
Diğer hazine nerede?
That should do it. I should let Pericles' contact know.
Hayvanları nasıl eğitiyorduk?
It's done.
You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for.
The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Oylara şike karıştırdık.
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do,
Geldi. Bizim adam
continue
geldi.
firm and constant. It will be more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens. We were quite close, although he and Pericles were much closer. It's strange, Pericles wasn't here today to defend him.
Would Pericles normally defend someone?
A good friend? Of course. Yet, Anaxagoras seems pleased with the
Çok
result.
edebiyat yapıyor.
This day has brought more questions than answers.
Direkt cevabı söylemeden dolandıra söylüyor.
You said you were close.
He was like a mentor to me. Many of my best thoughts came to fruition through our conversations.
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
My name is Cassandra.
And still, I don't feel I know you. Perhaps I can find out who you are a different way.
You want to know me?
Knowledge is the one good in this world. Surely you agree?
Of course. Knowledge drives everything I do.
Then we are the same in that way.
Knowledge of when to attack, what weapon to use, or when to use reason instead of violence.
We seem to put our love of knowledge into practice quite differently.
I use it how I need to.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmi, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
Ben hiçbir şey
I
yapmadım.
think you have the wrong person.
You are claiming that you're the wrong person? Life's one true happiness is knowing yourself.
Even if I did know who rigged the ostracism vote, I wouldn't tell you.
And yet, I never said anyone rigged anything.
Socrates. Voltaire'i
There you
düşürdü.
are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we have.
Sokrates'in tipi böyle mi? Hiç görmedim.
That's everything Pericles wanted. Time to return to him.
Ha, 2 tane paralı asker var
His opinions
peşimizde.
know about my mother.
Ödeyelim de bizi rahatsız etmesinler şimdi.
Hello.
Baksana 36K veriyor. Buraya satsak komple 3 milyon paramız olur. İyi loot verdi ha. İşte şuraya The Crew'daki gibi olmayan bir şey. Tümünü sat. Ha, bu oyunu yaparken bunu hiç kimse düşünmüyor mu? Biri de demiyor yani. 250 tane eşya var oyunda. İnsanlar tek tek mi satacak?
Good day to you. Here to you.
Şunun gravürünü değiştirecek. Neredeydi o? Ayaklığın. Tartarus perdesi olmayacak. Savaşçı hasarı. Daha fazlası var mıydı? Bastık ama.
Let me know if you need anything else. Εμπορεύματα εκπληξής πόντου.
Aa, ayağım sıkıştı ha. At çarptı at. Bende.
Μέχρι μηνός. Ό,τι χωνεστεί. Σκύλα και χάρη την όψη. Εστί πάμε.
We'll be watching you, Mr. At least give them...
Cassandra, it's you!
Phoebe!
You promised we'd see each other again, and
O eve
now we
geldik.
have.
I also said, stay out of trouble.
Which I have. Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody
Kapık
saw.
adamın evine
I
geldik.
just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
Niye sen kabul mü ettin?
I can't believe you're here.
Me
İlk
either.
oynadığımızda da kabul
I
etmedim ben.
can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
Ver değiştirelim hadi
I'll
ver.
get changed. Promise you'll take care of my things?
Yep. Leave
Ortama
your
ayak
weapons in the
uyduralım.
corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Bilmiyorum ki.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
I've heard of Sophocles. In my line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Sokrates'le tanıştık zaten.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates always appears where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
Evet, bizim partilerle işimiz yok. Bir vur kaç.
Party should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
Agreed.
Git.
Pericles
Biz tek
needs to
takılırız
know.
burada.
I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
A new face in Pericles' abode. Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
Adım var.
I am called many things. It isn't one of them.
What do you call yourself then? Creature of many names?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm
Alexios'la alaka.
Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides? Now, if you'll excuse us, I was just about to dazzle this old dog with my impression of Pericles. I call it the wooden board.
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Pericles is no different.
Yes, you come and talk to this infuriating elder. I've had my fill. Perhaps later. First, explain to me your point again. And so it isn't the rich and powerful, but the gods. who
Bunlar
are
çok
the
derin
source of
konular
justice.
konuşuyor. Burada var mı konuşulacak bir şey? Kaç?
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
Sen zengin, küstah bir dangalaksın.
I've seen lots of fights. That wasn't one.
I really made a fool of myself this time, didn't I? I'm Sophocles, though I'm sure you knew that. And you are?
I am looking for information that'll help me find someone. A Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
Sarhoş ediyor.
So we get him drunk and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
Hadi
I'll
canlanır
get the
sonra.
wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
Tamam sakin. Ne kızıyorsun?
It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras? I call it the flapping bladder.
I'm sure she wouldn't.
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though.
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
Yarışması
You
yapalım.
and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Every Pidis seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we Argives drink.
Direkt iç ya. Sonra hepsini dökülürsün.
This is pure swill. Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round.
Bir içki daha iç.
Yeah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
You ready for
iç.
another?
Daha kendine gelmemişler.
This wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Every Pidis, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Oh, then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it. Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
Alalım mı bilgi bundan?
Someone's being hurt. Open this door or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
Birini
I only
arıyorum.
came to the symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
You have enough servants. Get them to do it.
Shame. If you change your mind, I promise to pour the oil on you and lick it off.
Buraya istediğin zaman tekrar gelebiliyorsun herhalde. Şeye geri dönmedik. Ben diyeyim niye olmadı?
How's Euripidis? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Everybody won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens.
First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Ah, the mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
Kaybettik. Ha burada.
You just got here. You can't leave already.
Buraya girmek zorundayız herhalde.
I was just about to come find you. Clearly, you were thinking the same thing I was.
You have enough servants. Get them to do it.
Shame. If you change your mind, I promise to pour the oil on you and lick it off.
Çıkamıyor muyduk buradan ya? Benim bildiğim ayrılabiliyorduk. New Game Plus'ta çıkamıyoruz mu acaba?
Ah, the mystios from the ostracism. Let's talk later.
Ya dedik mi içeri alacak bizi?
I was just about to come find you. Clearly, you were thinking the same thing I was.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say?
Ha, burada soruyormuş.
Care to join us?
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Theatera. I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
Ah, if it isn't the one who agrees that knowledge is most important.
I think we agreed our use of that knowledge couldn't be more different.
Ah, you remember. Perhaps our conversation can continue.
You really
Konuşuyor
intend
bu.
to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
If you've been arguing this long and you haven't agreed yet, just give up.
We're discussing the nature of rules. We're better to do so than here. I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos.
Sor.
Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art? It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument. Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler? Don't be absurd!
Evet. Zaman
This
kaybı.
argument
Geç.
between you two is pointless.
Perhaps. How do you define art?
I'm not getting dragged into this.
Very well. Answer this.
İlle bir şeye
Does
cevap
the
istiyor
artist
yani.
not give form and symmetry to her subject?
Well, yes.
Laws and justice do much the same for people, do they not? And is there any better way to communicate the story of a people than by revealing its customs and laws? If yes, then ruling, and thus justice, must be an art, as Thrasymachos says.
If you say so.
Aspasia.
You shouldn't be too hard on Socrates. He really has a brilliant mind, even if he comes off a little strong.
He isn't always like that, is he?
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Cassandra can help. Everyone listens when she talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Cassandra will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
I did what I had to, and I'd do it again. I make no apologies.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
I'd be more comfortable in these clothes if I had a blade in my hand.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
Direkt bir
I'm
kadın
searching
diyelim.
for a woman who fled Sparta with her child years ago. I was hoping you might help.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
Benim kıyafetlerimi verin ya.
Cassandra!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Phoebe did nothing wrong. Aspasia asked her to let me in.
Of course she did. I can't say I'm thrilled about going down and speaking to everyone. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these
İn
moments of
aşağıya.
silence.
Bir şey olmaz.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Why send Mateusz to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to her, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe him when he says they're coming after you.
Deimos.
Sound
Alexios.
counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
Aşağıda kahkaha atıyorlar.
Thank you for your help, my friend. Thank you for your help, my friend.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need the weapon after all. Are you leaving?
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
There is
Argolis'e
a
gidiyorum.
physician in Argolis that may be able to help me.
You're sick? You've never been sick.
No, I'm fine. I just need to talk to him.
Okay, good. It would be weird if you were sick. Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia about Kefalonia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think... My friend, the blood fever.
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault. I'll go myself and find out if this plague even happened, okay?
Okay, thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Karakteri de gerçekte çocuk seslenmiş herhalde. Sesi çocuk sesi gibi.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Cassandra.
Üç tane görev var. Ama burada kapatayım. Saat de 12 olmuş.
Get going! You're blocking my path! Dios! You're in the way! Move! Λάθος.
Off we go now.
Bunu nasıl eğitiyorduk? E tuşu diyordu. Ama bana vurdun.
I told you to stop! What the... You die here!
Tamam, böyle bitirebiliriz.